43 Wardegul. So this question, before you attempt this question, my humble request, please go through question 42 Avan. The reason why I'm telling you is because Avan, if you understand, you will understand 43 also. It is the same question. Here also we have interest rate options, interest rate forward and interest rate future. There also we have all the three things. There also it was an investment and here also it's an investment. So the only difference is the numbers are changed. That's it. Company's name is changed. Rest all remains the same. So that's why I'm going to go fast in this video because everything important I've covered. You can also check 41 where it is a borrowing, right? Everything is same. We have interest rate, futures and options. The only thing is it is borrowing. 42 is investment. This is also investment. So I'm going to go faster here without wasting so much of time. Okay, so here. A. Recommend a hedging strategy for 27 million. D. Investment based on hedging choices with treasury stock considering interest rate increases or decrease by 1.1% increase by 1.1% or decrease by 0.6%. There in 42 the difference is both increase and decreases by same percentage. Here increases by different percentage, decreases by different percentage. So support your answer with appropriate calculations and discussions. 18 marks. B. Discuss the advantage of operating treasury activities through regional treasury functions compared with each country having a separate treasury function, operating activities through a single global treasury functions. Both this thing has to be there. I'm going to take you through this answer, but I'm not going to go in depth or going to read the whole answer. I'm not going in detail. What things you have to include only I'm going to go. So my main focus is on part A. Let's go and read the case study. Right? Now, so the company, okay, Wardegul company, a company based in Eurozone, has expanded very rapidly over recent years by combination of acquiring subsidiaries in foreign countries and setting up its own operations abroad. The company's board has found it increasingly difficult to monitor its activities, and the company's support functions, including its treasury function, have struggled to cope with a greatly increased workload. The company's board has decided to restructure the company on a regional basis with regional boards and appropriate support functions. All this information you can use it in part B. Managers in some or the larger countries in which the company operates are unhappy with reorganization on a regional basis and believes that operations in their countries should be given a large amount of autonomy and be supported by internal functions organized on a national basis. This first paragraph is relevant for your part B. It is not at all relevant for your part A. Okay, this is why if you have now, since you have read your requirement and then reading the case study, it's easier for you. You know which part is for which requirement. That's why it's always better to start with the requirements rather than going to the case study and then coming to the requirements and reading it. Second paragraph. Here onwards you need for part A. Assuming it is now 1st of October 2007. This is very important. The now date. Central Treasury function has just received information about a future transaction by newly acquired subsidiary in area where the local currency is the dinar. Okay, this question is not about exchange rate. Most of you will trade this as exchange rate. The reason why, because they told local currency. They mentioned that word currency. You are thinking this is exchange rate, but don't assume anything. Don't make any assumption. Go and read further. Okay, is the dinar. The subsidiary expects to receive 27 million dinar on 31st Jan 2008. Now you see the year. This is W7, this is X8. This is the next year, right? 1st of October 2007 and 31st Jan 2008. It wants this money to be invested locally in area, most probably for 5 months until 30th June 2008. Right? Invested for how many months? 5 months until 30th June 2008. Starting from Jan, Feb, March, April, May, June, 5 months. Now, the company's treasury team is aware that economic conditions in Euro are currently uncertain. Central bank base rate in Euro is currently 4.2%. This is the current rate, LIBOR. And treasury team believes that it can invest funds in Euro at the central bank rate less 30 basis point. This will be your investment rate. 4.2 minus 30 basis, sorry, the increased amount or decreased amount minus the 30 basis point. However, Treasury staff have been predicting the central bank base rate could increase up. It could increase by 1.5% or fall by 0.6% between now and 31st Jan 2008. Now means 1st of October 2007 to 31st June 2008. It can fall up or down. Okay. The company's treasury staff normally hedge interest rate exposure by using whichever the following product is appropriate: FRA, future, option. Treasury function guidelines emphasize the importance of mitigating the impact of adverse moves in interest rate. However, they also allow staff to take into consideration upside risk associated with interest rates exposure when dealing with the instrument to use. A local bank in area with which the company has not dealt before has offered the following FRA rates. You will be given the FRA rate, you just have to choose. Okay, I have clearly told in video 2, question 42, one company how to deal with FRA. Okay, but no worry, here also I will go. The treasury team has also obtained the following information about exchange traded futures and options. Okay, so the 3-month futures are 3-month. This is the contract size. Prices are quoted in basis point and 100 minus annual percentage yield. You have been given. You have to decide which future. Option is also 3-month contract size. It will be same only. And premium in annual percentage. With 2 exercise price, you have not been told which exercise price to use, you have to use both. And this line I have told in 41, I have told in 42, even in my before videos also, maybe from 36 onwards, question 36 onwards is exchange rate risk management. So you will see this line is repeated. It can be assumed that futures and option conditions are settled. Maybe I don't have to read it also. It is memorized by now. So we have to hedge 27 million dinar. Okay, so starting with FRA. Okay, so FRA rate 4 and 9. How are you starting? You are starting like this. What is the date today? Now. And next date, 1st of Jan. Sorry, 31st Jan 2008. So now it is, what is the date now? 1st of October. 1st of October. It is 1st of October to 31st Jan you have to take. So October, November, December, January. 4 months, right? That means it is starting from 4 months, in 4 months time. Next number which you have to take. Automatically you know that this is 4. This will be the number because it is starting with 4. The next one is 5, so it's wrong. But make sure that you know how the next number also comes. What in case you are getting 10? That time it's confusing, right? 4 and 10. Then you will be confused first or second. Okay, so 9. And then what is that investment period? It is when? For 5 months, 30th June. 30th June. So from 31st Jan to 30th June, 5 months. Add another 5 with this 4. So it will become 9. This is how you get your FRA rate, which is 5.02%. So this is the rate. Mention the rate which you are taking. Use subheading. First subheading and then this is the rate. Write the rate. Since investment will take place in 4 months time for a period of 5 months. Now interest rate increased by 1.1% to 5.3. Okay, what is your current LIBOR or current interest rate? It was 4.2%. So if you increase 4.2 by 1, it will be 5.3. Investment return. I'm going fast, okay? Because I've explained the same concept in 42. Same, there is no difference. Only the numbers are different. So I'm going fast. Please check my video too. Okay, question 42. So investment return will be 5% because it is 30 basis point you have to deduct from 5.3. That's why 5 into 5 over 12 because it is investment is for 5 months into the dinar 27 million. Payment to bank. When interest rate increases, I told you in investment you have to make a payment to the bank. That payment is the difference between your increased interest rate and your FRA rate into 5 over 12 and 27. Rest is same. Deduct it, net receipt you get. And effective interest rate you have to, okay, this I have been telling you in 41 also, 42 also. So it is this over 27 because that is your total hedging, and 12 over 5, reciprocal of 5 over 12. And it will be fixed Whether increase or decrease, FRA will be fixed. That's how you will know that whether your answer is correct or not. Whether interest rate increase or decrease, FRA you have to get a fixed rate, right? And that FRA will be that effective interest rate will be less than this 5.02. That's how you check your answer. Next, same thing when interest rate falls. This time the difference is this interest rate will be different and it's a receipt to the bank. When interest rate falls, bank is going to pay you. That's why you are adding that with the investment return. Rest all you shall be able to calculate. Going to future. This is your second subheading, future. Okay. What do you have to do in the future? You have to write go long. You have to talk about it. Long has to be there. Long or buy. Because it is investment. Okay, investment long, borrowing short. So as edges against a fall in interest rate, use March contract as investment will be made on 31st Jan. Investment is 31st, so use March contract. Write these lines. You are getting marks. You are getting also marks for number of contracts. You are getting marks for calculating basis. Number of contract 27 divide by 500,000 because contract size into 5 over 3 months. Okay, 5 months because contract is for 5 months, investment is for 5 months. Okay, it is not 5 over 12, it is 5 over 3 because future is for 3 months. So 90 contract. Now basis is current minus future price. Future price, this is the opening future price at March. You will get from the question. Current price, how do you calculate? Current period is given to you. What is today? 1st of October. So 100 minus your LIBOR. What is your current rate? Right? It is 4.2. You can check from this thing. The current rate today it is 4.2. 100 minus that minus future, you are getting a basis. Unexpired basis you have to calculate. Unexpired basis is, how do you calculate unexpired basis? It is when today is 1st of October. Okay. When are you taking the future? You are taking which future? March future. It's ending on 31st March. So how many months from October to March? October, November, December, January, February, March. 6 months. Total 6 months. Out of that 6 months, when is it? 1st of Feb. 31st Jan, right? 31st Jan means 1st of Feb. So the February whole month, January whole month, 2 months. So out of that 2 over 6 into the total basis, unexpired basis. Now interest rate increases. Investment will be same. Whatever you have taken for FRA, it will be same for future also. Expected future price. You have to calculate your closing future price, right? That is your 100 minus your new interest rate minus your unexpired basis. This is your closing future price. Based on that, now you can find gain or loss. It's a loss. Why? Because you are long. Long means you are buying at opening. So you are buying at opening future price, selling at a closing future price. You are selling at a lower price. Into 500 into 3 over 12 because future is 3 over 12. Future is for 3 months. It is not your contract, your investment period. Okay, not 5 over 12 but 3 over 12. Whenever you have to find profit on future, loss on future, or profit or loss on option, 3 over 12 into number of contract. It's a loss. You are deducting it from investment, getting net return, and you should be able to calculate the effective annual interest rate also. Same way you have calculated for FRA. Everything else is same, only the numbers is changed. Same when interest rate falls, only the figures are different. This time it's a profit in the future. So profit you are adding. That's it. Let's go to options. Option, what you have to do, you have to write what you are doing in option. This is your third subheading. You have to buy call options because investment. And same as above, you are not going to waste time and calculate. Okay, wait a minute. I don't know why I'm not able to write. My pen is not working, sorry. Okay, no, it's okay. So as above, 90 contracts required. As you can see, right? Don't waste time trying to find number of contracts. We all know that for futures and options, we have to find number of contracts. Whatever contract number you have got for future, same you can use for option because contract size is same and it will always be same only. Now, what happens when interest rate increase or decrease? Main thing here is you have to calculate premium and you have to decide whether you are exercising the option or not. That's it. That is only different. Rest is same. So first is your exercise price. With that, you are writing your closing future price. See, can you see? You should know how to calculate your basis point, because based on that your closing future price comes, based on that your future gain or loss comes, based on that your option also comes, whether you will exercise or not. Everything is dependent from the very beginning. Basis point. So basis risk you should know how to calculate. So future price is above this, you have calculated. It will be same for both exercise price, exercise or not. This is what, as I told you, it's a call option. Call option. Call option, you will go for the lower price. You want to buy at a lower price. So exercise price is lower. That's why you're exercising. Here, exercise price is not lower. That's why you're not exercising. So you have to find the gain, which is 11. 11 means 0.01. Okay. So investment return, if you see FRA, future option, same only. Gain. Okay. So that gain will be multiplied by contract size into 3/12, because option is for 3 months, and into 90. Here it will be 0, not exercising the option, it will be 0 only. Premium from the table, it was given as 0.545. Take it as a percentage, it will be 0.00545. Okay. Here also 3/12, 3/12 premium. Okay. It is premium, deduct from investment return, net return, and you should be able to get your effective interest rate. Now, same thing applies for interest rate fall. I'm not going to explain. The only thing is you will not you will exercise in both here, because exercise price is lower and this is call option. Rest all is same. Now, alternative presentation of calculations. See, go through this also, this alternative presentation of calculations. You should know both way of calculating. Right? What did you do here? Here what you did was, all this thing, you took exercise price, future price. Here when you go and take, you are going to deal in interest rate. Interest rate you are going to deal in. That is all the difference. Right? Let me go and see. I think I have enough time. I finished this almost in 17 minutes something. So I can take some time and go through this alternative presentation of calculation also. Right? Don't do both, okay? This is just for your explanation. They are giving this alternative. There are many ways of presenting your answer. It's your choice. You can present it in any way. But if you are writing as interest rate, make sure that your FRA, option and future, all three are in interest rate. If you are writing as exercise as a price, in terms of price, write it in terms of price for all the three. Hedging strategy, it has to be same. You cannot write one in interest rate, one in price, whatever. It has to be consistent for all the three hedging strategies. So first for FRA. Okay. What happens when interest rate rise by 1.1 and falls by 0.6? Okay, base now is 4.2. It has been given. So you're increasing it by 1.1, 5.3, reducing it by 0.6, 3.6. Return on investment. Okay, it will be 5.3. Okay, 5%, because 5.3 minus 0.3, and here it will be 3.3 because 3.6 minus 0.3. Okay, it is not 4.2 minus 0.3. You are not taking the base rate now. You are taking the base rate after increase and decrease and then minusing it by 0.3. Impact of FRA. Okay, it is 0.28. How are you getting 0.28? Hmm? Okay, so the impact of FRA, you are seeing that it is in negative. It is 0.28. It is because it is 5.3, which is your new base now, minus your FRA. You see, your base is more than FRA. When your base is more than FRA, it will be negative, right? Because when interest rate increases, you have to make a payment to the bank. That's why it will be negative. So net outcome will be 4.72. How 4.72? 5 minus 0.28. Okay, return on investment minus impact of FRA. So you're getting 4.72. You should get the same. Okay, net outcome as percentage. Are we getting here when we calculated FRA? Yes, exactly. We got 4.72 here and 4.72 here. You see, you should get same. Now, this amount we calculated before and this we calculated later. Here, first we are calculating this and this we are calculating second. So how are we getting that 531,000? It is 4.72% into 27 into 5 over 12. No reciprocal here. Reciprocal is only when you are calculating effective interest. 531,000. Was it 531,000? Yes. 531, 531. You see? So it's not so much difficult as you used to think. It's very simple. Now let's go to future. Future, if you're seeing a lot of work to do, okay. Okay, so starting with future. From March contract to buy at 94.78 or 5.22%. Since we are dealing with percent. Okay, so 100 minus 94.72. This is how you are getting that 5.22. And need to cover to the start of the investment 31st Jan. The number of contracts required will be 27 divided by 0.5. See, the contract size will be same only. Okay, there's no different. The way you calculate the contract, number of contract is same. Now, opening basis on 1st of October, future minus base. So 1st of October, this now you are calculating as a percentage. You are not taking as 94.78 minus the base. Okay, so March opening future price was 5.22 minus base. What was the base? 4.2, which has been given to in the question currently. This is 1.02 with 6 months to expiry of the March future. Estimated closing basis point. So this, okay, this 2 over 6 exactly the way you have calculated before. You will get 0.34% with 2 months to expiry. Okay, let's see how much we got here as the basis point in future. Exactly, we got 0.34. We should get the same. It is just the way is different, but number you have to get same only. If you are getting different numbers, means somewhere you are wrong. If the base rate rise to 5.3, estimated future price will be 5.3 plus that basis, so 5.64. And if it falls, 3.6 plus that basis, 3.94. Okay. Now 5.3, 6.6. Return on investment will be same. Okay. Opening is same, 5.22. Only your closing will change. So based on that first situation, you will be having loss earlier as before, and here it is profit. And when you calculate your overall net outcome, and this has to be same like before. Let's go into option. Okay, March call option at 5.75 or 94.25 can be chosen. This is an argument for either. This solution illustrates the outcome of 4.75 is chosen, which is the rate closest to the current base rate and provides compensation if interest rate falls at a. Wait, hold on. There is an argument for either. This solution illustrates the outcome of 4.75% is chosen, which is the rate closest to the current base rate. The current base rate was 4.2%. So they are saying this one is the closest, so there's a chance that this could be chosen. And provides compensation if interest rate falls at a lower premium compared to 5.75% rate. Again, 90 contracts will be needed. Same. Contracts are closed and against which price. Okay, so rest all is same. Okay. Now let's go to the impact on future. Impact on future means basically option on future only. That's what they mean. So call option 1st of October. with this exercise price? 4.75. Okay, maybe, wait, hold down a minute. We'll go to the option for a minute. Okay, so they are choosing 94.25, this exercise price, the first one. The reason why they are choosing is here they are not exercising the option, the second one. We'll go to, okay, okay, but for 94.25 exercise price we are exercising both, under both, whether interest rate falls or rises. Okay, okay, so it makes some sense. Okay, because they have only used that exercise price, they didn't use the other exercise price. So this is the exercise price, they only used one exercise price in this case, they didn't use the other 5%. So the closing rate, okay, just now we calculated it. So net outcome on future, it will be same only. There do not occur, here also it will be do not exercise, and premium rest all is same. Okay, actual plus option minus premium, so everything else is same, rest all. Now let's go to the discussion part. The forward rate agreement gives the highest guaranteed return if the company wishes to have a, okay, you can go yourself and check the figures, okay, which is giving you the highest return. I'm not going to go and show you now. So if the company wishes to have a certain cash flow and is primarily concerned with protecting itself against a fall in interest rate, it would most likely choose forward rate agreement. The 95.25 option gives a better rate if interest rate rises, but a significantly lower rate if interest rate falls. Go to this option price and see what happens when interest rate rise and decrease. Okay, what is the rate? So if the company is at all risk averse, it will choose the forward rate agreement. Risk averse means it does not want to go for risk, it wants to protect itself, it will go for forward rate agreement because that is giving you the highest income return. This assumes that the bank which the company deals which is reliable and there's no risk of default. If the company believes that the current, okay, you have to talk about bank, by the way, mention about bank. The reason is you told here you are saying that forward rate agreement they have to choose. Forward rate agreement, you are telling that they have to choose, you have to talk about the bank and their default, risk of default, because forward rate agreement is over the counter derivative. Okay, so there's no risk of default if it is reliable and there's no risk of default. If the company believes that the current economic uncertainty may result in a risk that the bank will default, choice will be between futures and option as these are guaranteed by exchange. Again, 95.25 will be ruled out because it gives a much worse result if interest rate falls to 3.6%. The future gives a marginally better result from 94.25 option in both scenarios, but the difference is small. When the difference is very small, make note of it. If the company feels that there is a possibility that interest rates will be higher than 5.1%, the point at which the 94.25 option would not be exercised, it may choose this option rather than future. So all these numbers by your figure, see and then write. Coming to part B. Okay, I haven't included the, did I? No, I haven't included the marking scheme. Okay, you can just go through question 41 and 42. It is same. Now coming to this part B, they asked about treasury function and regional, and also you need to talk about regional function compared with national functions. I'm not going to go through it, just go through it by yourself, read it, you will be able to understand. And the next thing is, it's for 7 marks, regional functions compared with global function. So that is your second subheading, right? So go through it and get the main points, because there will be a question about treasury department most of the time in theory part. I have seen, especially this comes with your exchange rate and interest rate risk management about treasury. So go through that as well, and that's it for this question. Wait till my next question comes out, which is question 44. Till then, bye bye, take care.